noticed like the first week people were saying that it started like at the same time as me, that they were losing weight and all this stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm not losing weight. I'm actually underweight at the time. And, but I think that the first thing I started noticing, because again, it taught me not to compare myself to anybody else because everyone's journey is different. And if you look at, like, again, the wellness line being here, if somebody is pretty healthy, they're going to notice really good improvements, because I'm thinking like the Plexus is like a triage. It's going to go in there and it's going to start working immediately. But if someone like me is worse off than someone else, it might take me a while to kind of even get up to the 0 point, But I started noticing that I was sleeping better. And before that, I was waking up several times a night to go pee. And my bladder, I had really bladder urgency. I mean, I would almost dehydrate myself because I didn't want to have to go pee all the time. And I started noticing that. And then plus too, I thought, oh, just I'm older, and that happens to older people and everything. But I couldn't believe it. I started sleeping deeper, started the urgency to go to the bathroom, was going away. And slowly but surely, all my symptoms started like just tapering off, just kind of going back. It was just so amazing. I remember one of my girlfriends had a birthday in April, and I started the tail end of November of 2018. And it started working so good, but I remember by April, we were at this birthday party that one of my friends had. And everybody there was astounded when they saw me. They could not believe it. People were crying because I was like a brand new person. Everyone kept saying, oh my gosh, Melody, because really it was like, I felt like I was now like an elderly person. I started thinking, I know what it's like to be an old person who can't walk, who can't do things in life, who'll never be able to do anything again. And this literally gave me my life back. And other people could see it too. And when they saw me, people would cry. That's the difference. It's like how far I had come in just such a short amount of time. So for me, that's, pretty much like, that's my story. It's just all like every symptom that I had just started, going away. It's like, oh, I'm not coughing all the time anymore because again, I could never catch my breath. So whenever I try to take a deep breath, I would cough. And I noticed, oh, that, is going away and I can breathe and I don't have the heart palpitations and I don't have the numb fingers anymore and just everything. So that's pretty much what I noticed, and it's giving me my life back.
I know. I love it. When I am a seer and when I see people or I'm like that, just, I don't know. I know Plexus can help everyone. And Melody's story is like so amazing to me because it can take somebody who's really sick and bring them back and give them life again and a quality of life. But now I brought my son here, Aiden, because he joined us as well about 1 month into my journey. So I started for other reasons, which I don't even think I need to go into. Melody, you nailed it. But Aiden, his journey was different. So I kind of thought I would have him just share briefly what he's taking and what it's done for him, because he's an athlete. He didn't need to lose any weight, just like Melody. Like some of our products are called Slim, but it's not about weight loss. It's about balancing blood sugars, hormones, giving you this crazy, wonderful, clean energy without stimulants. So, and reducing inflammation. So for an athletic perspective, you will not have sore muscles. Like you'll notice some soreness, like, oh yeah, I just killed it in that workout. But it's not like it was debilitating soreness or, so anyway, great muscle recovery, great endurance. So I'll let him share his perspective.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Aiden. So what I'm like taking right now is the triplex. So it's the BioCleanse, the ProBio 5, Slim, and then I also take X Factor Plus and the Mega X. And when I started, I had really bad cystic acne, like on my neck and on my back. And it was getting to the point to where I'd gone to the dermatologist and they were going to put me on like Accutane, and that stuff is not good at all for like just your health and everything. It does get rid of acne, but it doesn't last. So when I started the products, I was also really stressed too with school and sports. So I started like chewing my knuckles. I had like a little twitch that I would do. So then I stopped doing that and I started biting my knuckles and like fingernails and stuff. And it was just like really agitated kind of all the time. And then when I started the products, I noticed like pretty pretty soon, within like a week of taking like the slim, I noticed I had more energy in class. I wasn't falling asleep, and I just overall like felt better. I didn't feel like, oh, I'm tired all the time. I had energy, and my acne, it first week it started to get a little worse, but then after that first week it pretty much went away. I would get like a pimple here and there, and then it's it's pretty much gone now. So it's helped a lot with that. And I'm also taking the protein shake, to try to build muscle and gain weight, because I was sick like the week before quarantine happened, and I had lost 15 pounds just because I was not moving, not eating. So I finally have like gained that weight back, like taking the lean, working out, and then just eating healthy too.
So tell them about your sports, like what sports you play.
Oh, okay, so I play water polo, soccer, and baseball. So three-sport athlete in high school, and during water polo, I also had Halley rot, which is like a skin fungus. I had it on my back, so I would use the Joyum to kind of smooth the skin out and not make it so flaky and ashy. And it would also clear up like the scarring that I had from all the cystic acne that I had.
And then what is your favorite drink right now that gives you, and he drinks that when he works out? Show him.
Oh, the Active.
So Active is an energy drink, but it's more than just an energy drink. Like, it gives endurance. It allows your body to produce more nitric oxide. So it's going to allow like smooth muscles to relax. So you get more oxygen, more blood flow to your muscles, to your brain. So you get better mental clarity, focus, and then that endurance during your sport. So like Aiden, maybe you can just tell him how you felt during your sport with Active. So he drank it before. It has turmeric and it has plants. So there's nothing weird in it, and a little yerba mate and green tea. So you get an antioxidant effect from the caffeine. It's got 100 milligrams of caffeine. That's it. So it's like a third of a cup of Starbucks. And I actually mix it with my Slim in the morning. Do you do that too?
No.
No, he'll do it separate. Like, I'll see him in the garage working out with this Active. But yeah, so you can mix it together. You can take it separately. But it's all about just that good, clean energy, that endurance, that awesome muscle recovery. So that's the other thing with Active. You're going to get good muscle recovery too. Quick, fast, like ready to go. So you can keep working out, or, if you're very athletic, or that's your focus and building muscle, like that's what you're going to get here too. It's going to burn like the white fat, and turn white fat into brown fat. So the brown fat's what we want for a good metabolism. So, and then also just balancing hormones, whether you're male or female, we all need a good hormone balance. I say nobody in this house is hangry anymore because we have great blood sugar control. So, so that's the other beautiful thing about the Slim. And then Aiden talked about his the ProBio 5 and Bio Cleanse. It's just about getting your gut back into a healthy state. So teenagers, love sugar, carbs, and once you get into college, it seems like alcohol is just thrown into the mix, and caffeine. And so all of that destroys your gut microbiome. And so when we're doing that, and again, if you were a kid and you were a little sugar hound, you definitely have a lot of cleanup to do. So some youngsters or youngins notice like, oh, I have like IBS, or I have allergies to food or sensitivities. A lot of that's leaky gut. So you fix the gut, you watch those things go away. So, and athletes too can suffer from IBS. This helps that because, you're active, you're moving, so that gets everything else moving. And so you end up in the bathroom a lot. This settles all that down and gives you just like a normal digestive system too. So the Plexus focus is weight management. So again, if you want to gain weight, you can gain weight with Plexus. You just need to use the supplements properly, like the lean shakes. They call them lean, but if you're putting them in between meals or like Aiden, a post-workout recovery drink, it's going to build muscle. It's got the amino acids and RGBH free cows. So that means no hormones or junk. And it's a whey isolate, or we have a vegan option if you're vegan. So that's really cool too. And it's between 15 and 20 grams of protein that you're getting in each shake. And so Aiden does like 1 to 2 shakes a day sometimes, depending on what he's trying to do. So I think I'll just kind of open it up to some questions right now. If you guys have any questions, or you want to share like what is bringing you to the products or to this call, I'd love to hear from you. Or you can type things in the chat too, and I'm happy to respond that way. Okay. I've got my Barbie on here. Hey, Miss Barbie. Do you want to share a little bit about the triplex, like go into some detail about the triplex, or is there something that's, because little Barbie is an athlete. She's in Hawaii. She's a little ripped, shredded surfer girl. And so when she started Plexus with me, we both started at the same time. She didn't have any weight to lose. I did. And I did lose my weight, but Barbie's story is pretty good too. You want to?
Sure. Yeah. And then you guys go ahead and put some in the chat box if you have any questions, and Phyllis can kind of filter through. But hi, I'm Barbie. I started this whole thing. So yeah, like Phyllis said, I live here in Hawaii. My husband and Phyllis's husband are actually brothers, so we're sister-in-laws. I also am an ER nurse. I worked in the ER for over 17 years. And I've been an athlete my whole life. I was taught fitness classes. And I really believe that nutrition and exercise were like the key to good health. And although I may have appeared healthy from the outside, I was struggling internally. I had IBS. I had things would go right through me. I would eat and have to go to the bathroom. I had increased anxiety. I had a strong caffeine addiction. I used to like pick my daughters up from school and hit Starbucks every day that I picked them up. And I just figured afternoon pick me up. I'm work 12-hour shifts. I'm a mom, and adulting is exhausting. And so yeah, I had those things kind of going on with me. My anxiety and depression is something I've battled pretty much my whole life, and I used exercise to get those endorphins going. So when I was studying to become a personal trainer and digging deeper into nutrition, the word microbiome came up, and I started learning about the microbiome, and I was just blown away that being a nurse for so long, I had never heard about the microbiome. And so I started digging deeper in there, and probiotics came up. And so I started researching, because there's so many probiotics on the market. I'm like, well, how do I know which one to go? I would go into a natural food store, and there's like refrigerated ones. There's just like hundreds to choose from. So I really started researching probiotics. That's when Brooke had reached out to me. I had politely told her no, not interested for over a year. Was not following her, just scrolling past. But her husband and I worked together in the ER. I respected them, and I know they're incredibly intelligent, but I really thought it was all about weight loss, because the product is called Slim, right? And so that was one thing for me. Well, when Brooke reached out and said the Slim has a prebiotic in it, remember, I was just studying probiotics and things. So kind of like what Melody said, it's all in the timing, you know, like I was no, but then at this point in my life where I was, it was a perfect timing, perfect fit. So just don't ever give up on anybody, because honestly, these products have changed my life, not just my health. I feel incredible. I feel like I'm going to be 44 at the end of the month, and I feel like stronger than I did in my 20s and 30s. So just don't give up on people, because really this does help everybody. And in our day and age with so many convenient foods, and especially the college age, right? Like I remember I would eat ramen noodles when I was in college. It was like ramen noodles and yeah, having beers at night, and you know, additives, preservatives, artificial sweeteners, coloring. I would try to drink energy drinks, but it would increase my anxiety and I couldn't handle, like I would, but it was so there was just a lot of coffee, like drinking coffee, staying up all night, finishing finals, like getting things done. And so the fact that, you know, this can really change my life in all of those areas is something that I think, you know, everybody can benefit from, whether you're like an athlete wanting to put on muscle weight and just increase your endurance. One thing for me, I always thought like no pain, no gain, right? Like that old saying, no pain, no gain. If I didn't feel sore from my workout, I obviously didn't work out hard enough. And I am no longer sore because yes, that increased nitric oxide in the active, it really does help with muscle recovery, and you're getting that oxygen to your cells so you can just bang it out and have a quick, you know, recovery from it. So it's pretty awesome. But the Slim, it does more than just, you know, help you lose weight. If you have weight to lose, you will lose weight from it. Will you lose weight right away? Maybe not. Maybe your body has a major adjustment to go through. And that's the beautiful thing about when you start with a partner. And like, again, like Melody shared, I love that. Like you don't compare yourself, right? So Phyllis called me up wanting a workout routine, told her she's already doing great, but perhaps these products can help her. There was something I literally had just signed up for the day before. And so she's like, sign me up. We started literally at the same time. She had amazing results. She was losing weight. She was losing her hot flash. Like all these things were happening for her. And I was kind of like, okay, well, I'll just keep going. But like within that month, by the end of the month, I felt great. My daughter, who is 16, she was, 13 at the time. She was taking daily Flonase and Claritin because she was having headaches so much that the doctors put her on Flonase and Claritin. It did help her headaches, but she was having to take these medications every day. Within the first month, she was off of her medications. And then just, you know, we talk about poop. And as nurses, we're not shy to say that. I know a lot of people think it's private, but honestly, pooping every other day or once a week is not okay. Like that is not okay. You need to be pooping every day and nice soft serve ice cream snaky, like not constipated. And so many people, and Phyllis and I working in the ER can tell you majority of people and adolescents and kids, like a lot. All the kids that came in with belly aches was mostly because they were full of poop. And so just getting the body moving. So just real quick, yeah. So the Slim, it balances out our blood sugars. It gives us a slow release of glucose into our bloodstream. So we're not gonna have that hangry like she was talking about, because we have a steady state of glucose in our bloodstream. You're gonna have increased energy. I was able to kick my Starbucks habit. That saved me enough money to buy my products alone, because Starbucks is not cheap. So I would get a grande latte on a regular basis. I was spending, $6 for a latte 5 days a week. Like that's a lot of money when you add it up. At the time, $5 didn't seem like a big deal in the moment, but when you add it up over the month, it does add up. So I was able to kick my Starbucks habit. I still enjoy, of course, like a yummy, you know, drink, especially when they come out with the fun winter flavors. And usually I'll just get a decaf because I don't need that caffeine kick anymore. But so this balances out your sugar. You'll have increased energy, and it also has that prebiotic in there. So it's like putting fertilizer on your garden, right? Like you go out and you throw your seeds, and then this comes in and it's fertilizing it. So it's going to help it grow over 300 times. So the Slim is awesome. The ProBio 5 is basically, when I was researching all the probiotics, I still have not found another probiotic on the market like ours. It's flash frozen. It has an intrinsic coating, so it's going to get to our gut where it needs to go. So many others do not. Half of them die from the heat and moisture of your mouth, the acid of your stomach. Ours goes, because of that coating, and it's flash frozen, you're getting all of those good bacteria where they need to go. It has a digestive enzyme blend in there that helps basically break down the hard outer shell of candida. Because remember, when you're killing off your good bacteria, right? Like you're from the additives, preservatives, artificial sweeteners, medication, NSAIDs. A lot of athletes, right? We get injuries, we take ibuprofens, Aleve, naproxens, and that stuff kills our gut microbes. Stress, like Aiden was saying, right? He was all stressed out. If you're going through finals or anything, like stress is with us most of all of our life. Not just when you're in college. Then you're in the job field. Then you have kids. There's always stress around, right? And that stress increases our cortisol levels, screws with our hormones, and again, is just going to increase that candida, which is yeast in our intestinal tract, because when we kill our good microbes, that's what comes in and eats away those dead bacteria. So you got to have something eat it away, right? So you got that going on in your body. It's like a film over your intestinal lining. So that's where Phyllis was saying, like, so many of people now have food intolerances. You guys, food intolerances is simply because of a leaky gut, because you have that fungus eating tiny microscopic holes in your lining. You eat food, that food particles seep through, get your bloodstream, boom, autoimmune kicks in, right? Your autoimmune system, inflammation, intolerance, all of those things happen. Get rid of that candida, seal up those holes, and you're able to absorb your nutrients, and you can eat more foods without having the side effects of it, of the inflammation or any of those. So the ProBio 5 is pretty darn awesome. So it kills off the candida, and it lays the seed, the probiotic, the good bacteria in there. Your Slim is basically fertilizing it, giving you increased energy, and helping you lose weight. Akkermansia is a huge one player in our metabolism. Akkermansia is a microbe that we have. We're 90% microorganisms, 90%. We're only like 10 to 1 for human DNA. So we are a living petri dish, and we need to take care of our good bugs so that we feel good. And that's basically what we're doing. We're being preventative, and so people that are struggling with autoimmunes or different things, we're not gonna cure their autoimmune, but we're gonna put them in remission. We're gonna help them alleviate those symptoms. And not like when you come into the ER. ER is great, of course. We need to go into the ER when we need it, right? But you go in and you get a prescription, and that's just band-aiding your symptom. It's taking care of your symptom, but it's not getting to the root cause of why you are having that symptom. And that's what I love about these products. We've got people that are off their thyroid meds. We have people that are off like so many medications and just because they've healed their gut microbiome. The other one is BioCleanse, which Phyllis, I don't have it here, but that's like your dump truck. So think of your gut as a garden, and your ProBio 5, you're weeding out, and you're getting rid of that candida. You're not going to just throw them on your weeds, right? Because your weeds will, or your good plants, because your good plants will die. You got to get rid of it. So basically the BioCleanse, think about peroxide in your intestinal tract, and it's just bubbled up, right? And it's just getting rid of and cleaning out the intestinal lining. So if you're full of poop, you're going to start pooping. It's not going to make you have diarrhea unless you take too much of it. So you adjust it according to you. And that's what is so awesome about these products, and why these products aren't sold on the shelf, because you need coaching, because it's not one size fits all. It's not, you're going to take 3 and I'm going to take 3. I may need 6. You may need 2. Like, it's very individualized, and we're here to coach you. You have all of us here to just support you and be not just your cheerleaders, but just, encouraging you, advising you, and helping you along the way. Of course, we're not doctors. We're not saying we're going to like treat and diagnose you, but we are here to help you. And so many people are having so many amazing benefits from this, that it's kind of like we have to share. And honestly, helping people along in their health is one of the best feelings ever. Like, that's why I went into nursing school, because 1, I was always intrigued by how our bodies work, and 2, I have a heart and compassion for others. So, and we all love our friends and family, right? So we want to help our friends and family. So that's kind of like the triplex and a little bit about me. And let's see, is there any questions in there?
Mackenzie just mentioned how it's helped her give her energy through her workout, no crashes, and her mood's improved. And she says, just ask my mom.
That's what I used to say with my husband. I'm like, just ask my kids. I was so irritable. I was like, of course they still upset me sometimes, but I didn't feel the way I did then.
Yeah.
No,
so mental health is mental health is such a big part too of Plexus, because, our serotonin, that's our happy hormone, GABA, dopamine, all those things that flood our brain and make us feel great. Our gut is 90% responsible for that. And so when I look at the mental health stuff that's going on in this country right now, especially, it's like we got to focus on the gut. We got to focus on the root cause of what's behind this. And let's see. Oh, melatonin. So if you're not sleeping well, it's a gut thing. 90% of your melatonin, your gut is responsible for making. 70 to 80% of your immune system, your gut is responsible for. So we talk about the gut brain connection. Like when we say, oh, I have butterflies in my stomach, how does that make you feel? Like your heart's fluttering, or, you feel in your mind stressed. It's just crazy, or I have a gut instinct, right? You feel things in your gut. We actually have brain cells in our microbiome in our gut. So it's so fascinating. The studies and the research is there. Like Barbie said, as being nurses, like you don't have to be a nurse to share these products, but holy smokes, like you just look at like how many people this can actually help, all the benefits that we have within this little company, how easy it is to get it into your hands. Like I don't have to keep any products in my house unless I want to. I don't have to do parties, although I'm doing these Zooms because this is a great way to connect with people, share the story, share our stories, share the products, let you guys decide if this is the right time for you or not. I just want to tell you it's $9.95 right now. And what that gives you is like a 7-day trial pack of our Slim. So again, you heard it's not about weight loss necessarily, unless that's your goal. But yeah, for $10, no shipping, no tax, you can get just the 7-day trial pack if you want. If you're like, no, you know what you're saying really resonates with me, I'm ready to go, like, let's do this. Plexus is also giving 10% back on any of your packets. And so like the 3 things Aiden talked about, the drinks he was using is the lean, the slim, active, slim, and lean. Those things come in a little bundle for $99, and Plexus is giving it to you for $89 this month. And then like the active is less than $2 so per drink, and it's great. You can put it in your gym bag, purse, car, whatever, and you just add it to whatever water you're drinking. Mix it up, it's done. You don't have to like keep it in the fridge. And we do suggest you drink it over 30 minutes. So it's not like a sipping drink. This is like, I want to get some stuff done. Let's make this happen. So you slug that down. I mix mine in the morning with my Slim and my collagen and call it good. And so no coffee for me. I don't need it. And I used to be the zombie mom coming down the stairs like, where's my coffee pot? Just to get going. The other thing too is you get those 3 products, the Bio Cleanse, the Pro Bio 5, MetaBurn. You get like 2 bags of lean and 2 bags of active for $199 pack. That's $179 right now. So that's another massive combo, and you're getting the gut health, you're getting the weight management again. So whether you want to lose weight or gain weight, you're going to be able to do it with these products. It's just the way you're using the lean. So that's kind of like an amazing combo. There's other things that we have, the Mega X. We talked about that one's for focus. It reduces inflammation. So again, muscle recovery, less soreness, not having to use ibuprofen. It also helps protect your brain and your heart. So kids with like ADHD or ADD, they need Mega X. Our brains need omegas big time. These are plant-based omegas, and they're super tiny and cute actually. This is our Mega X. I use it at nighttime because instead of hormones at my age, I'm using that to protect heart and brain, and I don't need anything synthetic. So I'm not on any prescriptions. I literally take Plexus. I was a marathon runner when I started all this. And again, yeah, just so I know what being physically active and what soreness looks like and just feeling broken because you're so sore. Plexus took that all away. So that's been fantastic for me too. Any questions, you guys? Shayna, I see she's asking which combo is that. I think it's Renew You. It's called Renew You for the lean, active, slim, the MetaBurn. Yeah, MetaBurn. Oh, sorry. That one's a thermogenic. So that one's going to burn fat, but this one's going to give you crazy, awesome energy. So I feel like every college kid needs a bottle of this because it's focus, energy. And then you do burn like 150 calories, but I mean, if you're eating, it's not a problem. It's not like, oh, I'm going to lose some weight on MetaBurn unless that's your focus, right? But then it also has 5-HTP in there. Again, a little mood booster. It tells your serotonin, okay, buddy, let's start secreting. We need more happy hormone. And so it just is a little precursor, a booster for your serotonin. And that's that little packet.
And that's a natural energy, so you don't get the jitters from it at all. Like I take MetaBurn every day, and I'm really sensitive to those energy drinks and things. And that's the one thing I like about it is you don't get the crashes and there's no jitterness with either the active or the Metaferin.
Yeah. I have one other thing I want to mention. I feel like I have to mention this. Speaking of mental health, 8 different probiotic strains in this. And when you look each of them up, just throw them in your Google search. It's crazy to see what they do. So it helps with mental health. So whether it's anxiety, depression, but it also helps with addiction. So like if you smoke cigarettes and you want to quit, like Vital Biome is going to help with that, because again, it's just balancing that serotonin. Like what is the need for the crave? You probably have an imbalance in your serotonin, or alcohol, or whatever your craving is. Shopping. I mean, it's like whatever's addicting to your brain, it helps with that. But it also, again, focuses back on the gut. It's got 8 different strains than our ProBio 5. So people with Crohn's, celiac, ulcerative colitis, diverticulitis, oh my gosh, you need Vital Biome. My husband's a fireman, and it helps with his PTSD. So he doesn't feel like he wants to go to work and hurt the guys, because he's like, they get on my nerves. But I'm like, why are they getting on your nerves? It's just because his nerves are shot. He's been a fireman for almost 30 years. He's done. And so thank God for Vital Biome, because it gave him the time he needs to finish out and retire in 3 years. So yeah, he's just like, it makes a whole difference for him.
Me too.
You too. Me and Barbie, we all start our day with Vital Biome because everybody needs to just feel amazing. So anyway, the other thing too, what's cool about Plexus is they give back. So what both Barbie and I did, because we don't want to have to pay for our products. So we're like, all right, let's go get 3 friends. When you invite 3 friends to join you, Plexus is giving back right now this month an extra $100 within 3 days. You're going to get $100 dropped into your bank account. So you literally could join for $9.95, find 3 friends. You don't have to buy any products today. Find 3 friends, have them sign up. And then of course you sign up so you can get all the bonuses, but you'll get paid $25 for each of their little packs that they buy, paid out the next Friday. And then, so 5 times a month we get paid. So Mackenzie, my son, there's a few other people, they're like, gosh, I could do this from my dorm room. Like, I don't need to clock in and out at work. This is great. I've seen the results for my mother. I've seen the results for myself. My son has seen the results for himself, so he knows what it does. He's like, shoot, yeah, every athletic college kid, or every college kid, because right, the freshman 15, that's a real deal. I remember that. You're sitting, you're in front of Zoom, you're reading, you're studying, you're just sitting a lot. And so it just gives you that energy to be like, okay, I sat for a while, let's get outside and go do something, And so, and then just the focus for getting through school and burning that midnight oil and sleeping for 3 hours, right? So anyway, so yeah, so sorry. So you can make between $320 up to $500 for just 3 people. It just depends on the welcome pack you all start with. And then like Shayna, who's on the call, within 48 hours, this friend of mine, she went to nursing school with me just like a couple years ago. Yeah. She earned $700 in 48 hours because she had 6 family members, really, and a couple friends join her. So it's a real deal. Like, it's life-changing, both physically and financially right now. I know people are suffering. They're like, I don't know how I'm going to pay the bills. I don't know how I'm going to put food on the table, whatever. Those dang incentives ain't coming, right? Who hasn't stimulus check yet? I know that some of my family has not received theirs. So Plexus, though, I mean, has given Barbie and I an income of over $100,000 a year. Barbie's driving a Lexus from Plexus. I have a cute little Mercedes that Plexus gives us a monthly stipend if that's what we choose. So we can choose a Lexus or takes the money. We also get an annual trip to Hawaii, which we'll see if that's going to happen. It's in September, but they pay, it's a 5-star resort. They pay for my husband and I, or you and a guest, to go stay 8 days, and they pay for your flight. They pay for your rental car and all your food while you're there. And trust me, they treat you good. We have a luau that's insane. It's over the top. And I mean, that's every year I get to look forward to that. So you can pay for your products, or you can make a career out of this. And in 11 months, that's how long it took Barbie and I to get to that level. We hustled, we worked. And anyway, So is it doable? Heck yeah. It just depends. And I didn't have to go to school. No offense, guys. I didn't have to, I just looked at it as I went back to school. I dug in, I studied, I reached out to people. I just shared my heart with people. So I was working as if I was going to school. And that's what I looked at it was, this is my education, but I didn't have to pay a penny for it. And I came out with $100,000 by the end of the year. So
yeah, you got paid to go to school.
they paid me to go to school. So I don't know. It's rad. And you can do it while you're going to school. You do your dreams because your dreams are big. I mean, I hope you have big dreams because you should. But how cool is it that Plexus can just like come right alongside your dreams and be like, there you go. Here's a vehicle. Make your shiz happen. You know, make it happen because that's awesome. I believe in dreaming big. And I'm 51. I just turned 51. And I'm not done dreaming. I got lots of dreams out there. And so it's cool. Any age you can make this happen. We have diamonds in our company in their 20s and that means they make over $400,000 a year. And they just started with an Instagram account, honestly, and built their business. So there's a lot to think about here. We have some awesome products to get you started on for your, any kind of like health and wellness goals that you have or needs. We do these Zoom calls all the time. So it's that easy. Just invite a friend. This one went really long. Thanks you guys for hanging in there. We usually try to keep it right around 30 minutes, but I don't know. When the spirit leads, I just keep going. So I don't know. Anybody else have any comments or Mackenzie, do you want to say anything? Oh.
Thank you, ladies.
Probably just mention again, like the $10 membership for this month is crazy, and you get the trial without really having to commit to anything yet.
Yeah, for sure. So she's right. $10 gets you 7 sticks of the Slim, like you know, full size Slim. And I'm like, you'll notice a difference. So it comes in a cute little trial pack, and then you're already actually set up as a member or a wholesale member. But you could cancel tomorrow. So there's no commitment. She's right. But should you want to share with some people, we can do that right away, get your products paid for, or you just hop in and let's go. Like we'll take you down that road.
You have 30 days to purchase a welcome pack from the time you sign up. So you don't have to purchase your welcome pack right away, and you'll have 30 days. So if you get your 7-day samples of your Slim and you're like, you know what, I do like this, and you may not notice a difference in the 7 days. Like I said, I didn't notice a huge difference. I noticed a little bit of energy, but it did take me some time. And so I just wanted, like, you know, but you have the 30 days to get your welcome pack. And having somebody do it with you is actually nice. They say that, you know, statistics show that when you have a accountability partner, you're more likely to succeed. And anytime we start something new, like any kind of new regimen, right, whether it's a fitness or nutrition, it takes a while. It takes like 21 days to build a habit. So it's just nice to have like somebody to bounce things back and forth off of and how they're feeling. Because Phyllis had great results right away. And so that was really encouraging for me. And I just signed up 3 people, not because I was going to build a business, just because I wanted to get my products paid for. We were going to build a house, so we were on a tight budget. So it's nice that you can have this added income and feel great.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right, guys, unless you have any questions.